So this is tutorial 9, and it is part 2 of making the sumo body. So as you can see here, I've got the body made, I have it shelled out, and I have in the corners, I have spots where I'm going to put some screw holes. So I'm just going to continue on here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the surface, and I'm going to go create 2D sketch. And I'm going to create some holes for screws to go into. Okay, so I'm going to just click on one spot, dimension it the first time so we get this one right. And this is going to be 0.11, and that is for the size of screw that you guys are going to be using. Okay, so once that's done, it's pretty straightforward. Let's just go and mirror it. So I'm going to take a line, and we'll do this. And I'm just right mouse click and hit cancel. And now I'm going to go to pattern, right? Select my object or my geometry. Select my mirror line is right there. Whoops, I'm going to go down and select the other geometry. Oh, hang on, I know what I'm going to do. Oh, can we do that? No, we can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cancel out of this. And I'm going to first, before I do that, I'm going to just go put the other circle down here. Okay, so just thinking about how I'm doing this. So you can see it automatically lines up if I do it right, so I don't have to do any dimensioning or anything. And now I will do my pattern. And I'm going to select that as one of my geometries, and this down here is my other geometry. And my mirror line, and then I hit apply, and they're both done. Okay, just easier step. So there's my screw holes. Okay, and I'm going to click finish sketch. And now what I'll do is I'll extrude as usual, and I'm just going to zoom in here so I get the right ones. So I might have to zoom in and out a bit to get these. Come on, there we go. And zoom in to get that one, zoom out a bit, zoom in, there we go. And the last one. Okay. And this time around, I don't want these things to go all the way through because there'll be a hole on top. So if I go to next, okay, you can see it automatically cuts. But what happens is those bottom ones, or in the front there, they come all the way through. So I'm not going to do next. I'm going to go to distance. And really the screws are quite short, so I'm going to put it at 0.3 of an inch. Okay. When I do that and just hit enter, you can now see, oops, hold that down, there we go. Oh, no, they are still through, so I'll have to adjust that. Okay. So we can go back into this extrusion, and okay, maybe they're 0.275. Okay. And let's see what happens there. Now when I flip it around, okay, they're barely hidden. Well, I might, on my design, just because of the way I did it, I might actually have to change it. So let's go back. Let's put this back to 0.375 because I like that. Okay, hit OK. And, well, I guess I got to change my body. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to this extrude here. Okay, go back to the sketch. Okay, double click it. And I'm just going to put some dimensions in here now. So dimension that one. Okay, actually no, hit cancel. Let's just delete this dimension. Hit escape, click on that one, hit delete. So dimension, if I click once, and I click again, and then I can go, hang on, I click, then I can click there. X out, let's try that one more time. Okay, I should be able to get that angle, that dimension on an angle. So I click once, there, and I come back, and then I click again. There we go. That's the angle I want. Okay, I'm just going to hit OK for now. And this one I click once, I go off of it, come back, click again. There's that dimension, okay. This dimension, no, click again, there's that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and the other dimension I'm going to do, I think, so that's okay, is I'm going to go from right here to here. There we go, that's the one I want. I'm going to click OK. Now I might get an error here, so let's find out. I'm going to change this and lift it up a bit. So I'm going to say this is going to be 0.75. Okay, what happens? Yeah, it's going to give you some errors because I put some dimensions in here, right? So I have to delete some dimensions first. So let's just delete this one because that angle, that distance is going to change. And let's delete this one, okay, because that's going to change. Now when I change this, 0.75, there we go. It's more of an angle. Okay, and this one here, I'm going to take, and I'm going to say that one's 1. What happens when I do that? It just does that. Okay, and I think the last one I'm going to change, if I go from here, I go there to here. Okay, and I'm going to change that to 3. There we go, a little steeper now. Okay, hit finish, Okay, you'll see that this will all change. You can see the holes are still there. Now what I'll do one more time. Okay, oops, let's go back up to this sketch here. And let's just change this number to 2.75. Okay, you can change this, okay, and I'll explain this, is you can actually go and add stuff here. I mean, you don't have to do the shape that I'm doing. The whole point of these tutorials is actually to show you that, you can modify stuff, right? So yours doesn't have to look like this at all. Okay, so if you wanted to, you can simply just say, oh, you want to know something? I'm just going to take this and I'm going to create a sketch. And I want to create something, around here, right? So I'm just going to put, let's see, not on that hole, but I'm just going to go right here. Let's go create a circle, right? And I can say, well, really, I'm just going to hide those anyways. So if I do that, and then over here, I'm just going to do, let's line that up. There's my lining up, and watch, it'll automatically line up as soon as I'm done. There we go. Okay. I could say, well, geez, that's what I want there, finish sketch. And I can then just go and extrude the boxes, right? I can just go extrude this. Oops. And let me get out of that. In a second. So let's go back to extrude, and I could say I want to extrude this here, and I want to make something on there, right? So, I could say I want those little nubs there, and you can screw something into there later. So it's up to you. But for right now, for this purpose, I'm just going to change, because I still have those holes. I'm going to delete this sketch. Okay, I'm going to go back to these little holes, and I'm just going to put that down to 0.3. Okay, and those will be hidden now. There we go. Now they're hidden. So that kind of completes almost my body. The last part that I need to do is for the axle holes to go through. So I'm going to take that surface, and I'm going to go back to Create 2D Sketch, and I'm simply just going to create a set of lines. And what's going to happen is when I do this, and this is just my quick view, and again, you know that I'm selecting and closing off a box here, and I just I'll hit Escape. Shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Go back to here. I'm going to hit Escape. I hit by accident F1. Okay, so cancel it. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put some dimensions on here, because from the back, this is going to be important from here to here, because I'm going to probably have to adjust this in the next tutorial. Okay, and I'm going to change that to, I don't know, 0.1 for right now. And I'm going to take this line, okay, and I'm going to dimension it, and maybe I want that one 0.2, okay, and I want the height. So I want to go from here to here, okay, and maybe that's going to be 1 for now. Okay, now I put the 1 inch from there to there. I think I'm going to escape, or I'm going to click on this. Okay, I'm going to right mouse click. I don't think it shows up on your video, and I'm actually going to sit there and go, no, I can't do that there. So I'm going to take that dimension and hit delete, and I'm just going to put a new dimension in. I'm going to go from this line to there, to that line. Okay, so, and I'll leave that as 1. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to hit Finish Sketch, and then the last thing I'm doing here is extruding, and I'm extruding that part, and it says distance. I'm cutting, and it's not distance, it's going to go all, and I'm going to select this bit right here. Oh, why didn't it pick it? Let's just hit cancel for a second here. So let's just do this so I can see it. Let's go extrude, because I forgot to pick what I want. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to go to all and cut, and what that does, excuse me, is when I go underneath, you can see there it's gone all the way to the other side, it's cut out there. Okay, I'm just going to hit OK, and there's my last part. Okay, so that's the basis of my sumo. Then again, I'm lying, because we should probably put a hole for the cable to go through. So I'm going to take a surface there. And before I do that, I'm going to go Origin. I'm going to go to the XY, this plane, and I'm going to turn it on. And what we'll do here is create a 2D sketch on the surface. I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to put a hole, okay, kind of in the middle here. So I'm just going to go, I don't know, let's go 0.3, sure. Let's do this, measure it, and go 0.3. And then I'm going to take the circle, another one, and I'm going to go for, let's go about 0.125, eighth of an inch. Yeah, that should be about the size of the mouse cable. Do that, finish the sketch. Okay, and this time around, what I'm going to do, and I can turn this origin off now. So I'll turn that off. Okay, and I'm going to extrude, and I'm going to extrude this part, up. Okay. And sure, okay, 0.2 of an inch high. It doesn't have to be very high. 0.2. And you can see that I did mess up because it doesn't go through out the bottom, right? So I think what I'm going to do, let's try something. In a video tutorial, we're going to go extrude. Oops. We're going to grab this. Can I actually do that? Go extrude. No, it's going to give me an error. Okay, so I kind of goofed here, so what we'll do is we'll just do 2D sketch, and we'll do this. And I'm going to draw a circle, and I'm going to, whoops, that's not on the center. Try that one more time. Draw the circle. There we go. And we'll snap to that. Hit finish. Okay, and then we're going to go extrude, and we're going to go cut, reverse direction, and we're going to go all. Let's see, does that, hang on a second, I forgot to pick it. Let's try that one some more. Extrude. This little bit here, that makes it work. Okay, cut, changes to all, and if we go to the underneath, you can see that it's actually got the holes there, right? So, okay, so then we just hit finish, or OK, and now you can see that the hole's all the way through. Okay, now we're done. We got all our parts done. We got a cable to go through there. We got screw holes on the bottom. We got spots for the axle. And this completes tutorial number 9.